Great news, I think. SIM registration is extended for 90 days. That your SIM card registration in your cell phone here in the Philippines. And anyway, hello and welcome to the Philippines. I registered one of my SIMs last night, and I can tell you it was one of the, if not the worst experience I've ever had online, one of the worst experience in my lifetime trying to do that. My opinion, trying to register that with both Globe and Smart SIMs. I've got a dual SIM card. Was just a terrible experience. Not quite ready for prime time, as they say, in my opinion. And I tried to do it online, and not. I don't want their app on my phone, or I try to limit the apps on my phone. And maybe it's easier with their app. I don't know, but I don't want their app on my phone. But they would ask me for a picture of of an ID that showed my actual address, and I have a driver's license that does that. And they said, take a picture of it. And then it wouldn't allow me to take a picture of it. So I had to get out of the app, go and take a picture, upload it, and then they said, it's too large. It's over 4 megabytes. And so then I had to crop it, go back in, crop it, go back in, start all over again. Each time I had to start all over again. And then because I'm a foreigner, they said there's a section for foreigners to fill out only. And they want your passport number. That's easy enough. They want a picture of your passport. Okay, took a picture of the passport. It's too large. Had to get out of the, I could not. Every time I tried to go to the picture to do the cropping to make it smaller, it took me out of the app, and I would have to go back and start again. What's your name? Where do you live? All this kind of information. And so I think on the 7th attempt, I finally did it. And then they also asked for a departing ticket, a picture of your departing ticket. Well, I don't have a departing ticket. I've been here 3 times, 7 years. I've got a long-term visa. I took a picture of my last stamp in my passport, my visa stamp in my passport. It accepted it, even though it's not what they asked for. And it said, oh, congratulations, you have registered. And then I went on to Smart, and I tried it, and it sent me a code, and that's what Globe did too. It would send me a code, press this code in. They would text you a code, put this code in. And there again, every time it says, try to copy the code. Well, I copied the code on my phone by touching it. But when I touched the place to put it in, it wouldn't paste it. So, and then it would drop me out of to go get the code. I ended up going out of the app again. And it said, after 3 attempts, it said, failed, null. Try again later. And I tried like 20 minutes later, and it said null. So I had decided I'm just going to give up my Smart SIM. I was so frustrated with the event. So now will I register Smart? I don't know. It was a bad experience. And anyway, let's get into this article a little bit. And I'm looking forward to hearing what your experiences are. This is from the Phil Star article. President Marcos approved yesterday a 90-day extension of SIM card registration a day before the deadline to allow an estimated 20 million more subscribers register their SIM cards as provided for in a recently enacted law designed to eliminate fraud and scams. I read an article the other day that I think there were a couple agencies that had millions of names, addresses, information were hacked, and I personally don't think this law is going to eliminate fraud and scams, and may even may even increase it. That's my opinion and the opinion of many others, because sooner or later, all that information is going to get hacked, is going to get sold by somebody who has access to it. No doubt in my mind that's going to happen. Anyway, that is my opinion. The deadline for the mandatory registration of new and existing SIM cards under such and such act was originally set for today, April 26. Yeah, it's still April, right? Yeah. Anyway, take advantage of the extension to register their SIM cards. So far, about 82 million SIM cards have been registered. Of the 82 million registered SIM cards, more than 37 million are Globe subscribers. Some 39 million are Smart subscribers, and over 5 million for Dito. Dito is a relatively new cell phone company. Here it's I believe it's a partnership between some company here and a Chinese company, I believe. Currently, there are 168 million active SIMs in the Philippines. Well, I have 5 active SIMs. I've got a phone that quit working maybe a year ago, and I just threw it in a drawer, wouldn't take a charge, and I was going to take it in to get it repaired one day, and I said, I'm going to try to charge it one more time. It took a charge. I used a different, it could have been my charger I was using. And anyway, it's working, but 99% of the time it sits in my drawer unused. So I've got 2 SIMs there. I've got the phone that I use. I've got 2 SIMs there, and then I've got a little tablet that I've got Dito SIM in. It seems to work pretty well, Dito. So I account for 5 of those active SIMs. And a little more on this law. What brought about this law was that people, even politicians, were getting text messages with their name, so Senator so and so, go to this site and download this, or we've got and I did it. Rod, I would have my full name. You have won such and such. Go to this site to collect your money, and it's a way of trying to scam you. And the law was put into effect to try to curb scams through short messaging services or text in the country. Well, like I said earlier, I don't think it's going to have that effect. Maybe for a short period of time, but sooner or later, it will actually, my opinion, and the opinion of many people, and some people say, well, it's for tracking people. Well, you're tracked. Google tracks you. Facebook tracks you. A lot of the apps on your phones track you. Unless you get a de-Googled phone, and you can research that. You can get a phone with an operating system that is de-Googled. They track you for advertising. Google is an advertising company. That's where they make most of their money. And they track you so that they can send you advertising. Facebook as well is one of the worst. I rarely use Facebook. I don't have it on my phones. Many other apps as well. A weather app will ask to be able to track you, to know how to give you the local weather, and they will also sell your information 99% of the time, most of those apps. And each and every app out there that you put on your phone pretty much, and I think Apple, you can't even turn off. You can't even turn off a lot of the privacy issues that you can in Android at least. And, we're talking about postpaid primarily. All of us expats, foreigners, tourists will use a prepaid SIM card. You got to pay. You have to download. You have to pay for credit, and then if you use that up, your phone won't work unless you put more credit on it. They call it Load, L-O-A-D. And you can buy that. You can buy cards with Load. You scratch off the back number and you dial it into your phone, or you can go someplace and they'll do it for you. Or you give somebody your number, they can send you Load. And some of you guys have probably had girls in the Philippines say, "Oh, I don't have any phone Load. Can you send me some Load?" Now, on another point, if you're in the U.S. Or any country, most of you are probably on postpaid. They send you a bill. Whatever you use during the month, you get a bill. You have to pay it. Keep your service going. It's not prepaid. It's postpaid. And literally, I mean, to buy your phone and get that, you're basically registered. They're tracking you. Anywhere you are in the world, almost anywhere. So there is almost no way of escaping being tracked unless you just don't use your phone. And you used to be able to turn off your phone, and back in the old days you could turn off your phone, and that did it. But then they disabled that, and you could pull out your battery, so there's no battery in it, and that would do it. And my understanding now, well, that's one reason why they put in batteries that you can't replace, because they don't want you pulling out the battery. They want to, even if it's turned off, they can track that phone. And that's not a conspiracy. You can search all this stuff. The information is out there far and wide. So this oftentimes I don't carry my phone with me. The biggest reason being there are enough snatchers in town. I tend to walk a lot, and I've had 3 phones snatched over the years, and 3, maybe even 4. Get in a crowd of people. Once I gave a little change to a few kids, to maybe, I think there was 2 kids. I gave them each 5 pesos or something like that. And all of a sudden I'm surrounded by about 12. This was at night, dark, down by SM Mall, I think. And all of a sudden I'm surrounded by all these kids, and money, money, money. And all of a sudden they're running. And I felt in my pockets. I had neither a wallet nor a phone. And I chased them. I took off after them. I chased them for about 2 blocks, but they were faster than me. I'm not as fast as I used to be as a kid. And anyway, some other Filipino adults said, "What happened? What happened?" And they went trying to look for them. They couldn't find them. But I went down there a couple weeks later. I went down there, and I thought I recognized one of the kids, and I said, "I want my wallet back." And anyway, he pretended like, "Oh, a contractor has it. I'm going to go beat him up and get your wallet back." And he disappeared, and I don't know, 10, 15 minutes later, he came back with my wallet. Didn't have probably 3,000 pesos in it, but it had all my IDs. I was so lucky and so happy to get that back. I'd put holds on everything as soon as it happened. Called my banks, credit card companies, put holds on everything. So oftentimes when I go out, I just don't carry a phone. Number one, almost nobody calls me, and almost nobody texts me with important, hey, this is an emergency. Can you do this, or can you meet me? This type of thing. So I often don't carry, and I don't wanna be bothered by my phone. You go have coffee, and yeah, everybody's got their phone out, and the inclination, well, let's see, maybe I should check the news. And that's about the only thing I use my phone for, is to read the news in the morning and throughout the day if I have it with me. Anyway, we've got another 90 days, another 3 months about to get that done. Hopefully they will improve their registration system to make it a little bit easier to do that. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.